morning, everyone. It is 8:30, Tuesday, December 29th, and it's morning briefing time. Snapshot of the region this morning is we do have the updated numbers from the unaccompanied children as of yesterday. No changes to the status of our declarations. We still have the Oklahoma request in process. No changes to the National Terrorism Advisory System or the SEER 3 event that we list there. We do have ongoing damage assessments this morning. 3 counties for IA here in Texas. We'll keep you up to date on that. We expect to get more requests in from the states. And we have no fire management grant request to talk about this morning. As we switch over to the Geo platform this morning, we got several things going on. Jen's going to give us a weather update in just a moment. Before we go there, no changes at the national level. National Watch and the NRCC remain at level 4. Here at the region watch is at enhanced watch from 5 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning. And the RRCC is activated to level 3 from 7 in the morning to 5 o'clock at night. No changes to the status of our IMAX. Team 1 remains available if we need them. No changes overnight with our state EOCs, although Arkansas did go back to level 4 overnight. Oklahoma level 2, Arkansas level 2, Louisiana level 3, New Mexico level 2, and Texas is at level 3. Looking at shelters this morning. New Mexico, 3 shelters. You see them on the platform there with a total of 60 occupants. Oklahoma has 5 with a total of 10 occupants. And Texas has a total of 6 for 104 occupants. Taking a look at power outages this morning, Arkansas 934, Louisiana 104, New Mexico 30, Oklahoma being the highest at 41,925, and Texas 5,712 for a total of 48,700. That is a drastic decrease overnight, where we had almost 100,000 yesterday at the end of the day. So Oklahoma has cut theirs in about half overnight. So now we'll turn it over to Jen to tell us what's going on with the weather.
Thanks, Paul. Good morning. Pretty quiet on the viewer this morning. That area in green is, well, the areas in green across the eastern portions of the region are for ongoing river flooding from the recent rains, and we'll go into more detail in the next few slides on that. So if you go to the next slide, we're not expecting a whole lot in the way of weather for the next 5 days. We are looking at a little bit of light snow today, or this afternoon and tonight, and then again towards the end of the week, but really light generally, and not looking for a whole lot of impacts. However, the areas that saw a lot of snow over the last few days are going to stay cold for the next several days, and definitely below freezing each night, barely above freezing each day. So not expecting a whole lot of progress on melting over in that area, so looking for travel impacts to linger for the next several days. As far as the additional light snow chances, we are looking at them over New Mexico today and tonight, and then over the panhandles into western portions of Oklahoma this afternoon and evening as well, but accumulation should be less than an inch for those areas. And then as we head into Friday and Saturday, rain chances increase across southern portions of the region, and we may see a rain-snow mix Friday into Saturday morning over west and west central Texas. But accumulations look to be pretty light at this point. So if we go to the next slide, the bigger issue that we're facing for the next several weeks, if not a month, is going to be the river flood. And in the near term, all the rivers are just responding to the recent rains. You can see both today's precipitation and the forecast precipitation, not looking for much over that eastern Oklahoma, Arkansas, northeast Texas, north Louisiana area where we are seeing the river flooding at its max. But as the water makes its way through the systems, we will see the rivers remain in moderate and in a lot of cases major flood stage for at least the next week or so. The points in Oklahoma and Arkansas are generally right around crest right now and will slowly start receding, but many of the rivers in East Texas are still kind of on their way up as the water makes its way through the river systems. So if we go to the next slide, another big issue when it comes to river flooding is going to be along the Mississippi River for the next month or so, actually. There was a lot of rain that fell over the Arkansas River, the St. Louis. All these rivers feeding into the Mississippi are in flood and contributing to increasing levels along the Mississippi. So looking for major flooding along the Mississippi River through at least mid-January is when we're looking for crests along the lower Mississippi. You can see some of those locations along the Louisiana-Mississippi border outlined in purple, so forecasting major flood. Not until that mid-January time frame, though, so we're still a few weeks out, but we're looking right now at flood levels similar to 2011 as we get into January. So this is going to be something really big to watch. When you go to the traditional hydrographs on the river forecast centers, you're not going to see that crest because it's so far out in January. That crest isn't showing up until somewhere around mid-January, January 19th time frame, but those are forecast to go into major flood during that time period. So something that we'll be keeping an eye on over the next several weeks. If we go to the next slide, space weather is a little active as we head into tonight and tomorrow, looking for a moderate G2 storm tomorrow morning. And that's all I have unless there's any questions.
Thank you, Jen. Appreciate that. If you have a question for the Weather Service, you know what to do. In the meantime, we take a look at our trivia question for today. Right? James Polk signed the Louisiana Purchase, or signed legislation making Texas the 28th state. Sorry, I thought that was part of the Louisiana Purchase. No. There you go, 1845. Any questions this morning? All right, seeing nothing in the chat window, hearing nothing on the phone. Everyone have a great Tuesday. We'll talk to you tomorrow.